This video I was just flipping through Mobbin, which is like a bunch of UI stuff, and I saw this little card with this card here and then kind of this stuff, and I thought this could be fun to make and be really easy, I think, but we'll find out. So let's create a new project and call it card what is this app called? Everyday rewards. We'll call it reward card. How about that? Call it reward card. Oops, 2 W's. All right, rewards card. Go ahead and save this in our Git repository, so the code will be linked down below. Let me know if that's helpful, or if you care about having all the code linked in the descriptions and all that. All right, get this set up. And since my main interest or focus on this one is going to be building out this card, I don't want to see the entire view here, so we'll go ahead and add a traits property to our preview, which will be size that fits. And this should be really tiny. Oh, I also need to go into down here at the bottom of preview. And then we'll match it up so we can see what we got here. We got hello world, and let's see, VStack. We'll just delete this and start from scratch. Go ahead and go delete, and we will start with a rounded rectangle, and I will do a corner radius of, let's say, 12, and that looks really big, but we'll also make sure that this is a height of, I don't know, height. Don't just type in height, type in frame, and then we're going to start typing out height, and then autocomplete actually worked that way. Yay. We'll go 220. So make it a little smaller. In the preview, I don't want to give the actual view padding here. That would be, we'll do that somewhere else, depending on how we integrate that into a UI. But we'll go ahead and add some padding in the preview. Padding, like so. So it's not right up against everything. All right, so that's looking pretty good. We want to make the color though, so we'll go dot fill, and we want to set this color to dot purple, like that, and that looks close enough. So there's the start. Let's see. I actually want this rounded rectangle to be the background of our view, so let's go ahead and create. Maybe I'd create an overlay over this instead of just setting. I don't know. Let's go first by adding a dot overlay, like so. And I want to set the alignment here to be alignment colon dot. Let's see, bottom leading. So go bottom leading. And then for our content here, we're going to use the uneven, I think it is, uneven rounded rectangle. And it's got a whole bunch of options here. And if I go ahead and press option return, that should give me all the options. I'm also going to go Command 0, give us a little more room here for all our code and everything. So zoom in just a touch. Zoom out, come on. All right. Match that up. Go refresh. So the top leading, we want to have like, I don't know, it looks like, go 32. And then for the, let's go backspace here, clean these up a little bit so it's just easier to read. I think there's actually a shortcut to make this all just do this, but anywho, so we got 32 for the top. For the bottom, we will go 4. For the leading bottom. For the trailing bottom over here, we'll go to 32. And for the top, trailing, we'll go 4. And then for the style, we'll go continuous. All right. And there looks, actually, we could probably go 8. We'll go 8 and 8. And then here, maybe we'll go 42 and 42. And then we'll give this a dot foreground or dot fill of dot orange. And then we want to change the frame and everything here. So we'll give it a dot frame, and we'll give it a width and a height. Just when I was starting to like autocomplete again. We'll give it a width of, I don't know, 120 and a height of 60. So Command S, what did I miss here? Frame. Oh, yep. There we go. So that's kind of looking better, but also these numbers here are way overboard now because we scaled it down. Let's give it a dot padding, and we're just going to give it padding on the dot leading side, like that. And then I want to give it an offset, dot offset in the Y, but I wanted not negative Y because that's going to lift it up. We want to go down. And so I'm going to give it a negative, or not a negative, I'm going to give it a Y of 60. Or maybe a 60 is a bit overboard there. Go 30. Maybe. Also, we should give this padding something, or I'm just going to give another padding modifier here. We're going to go dot bottom. Give us a little more room to work with here in our preview. So number one, we need to adjust these numbers. Let's go down to 12. Let's go 18. That's probably good. We'll go 18. And then for these numbers, we'll go 4. And 4. So that's looking all right. I think the width, maybe we can go 220. Maybe that's too much. We'll go 170. And then for the height, let's go ahead and drop that down to, I don't know, 44 maybe? Maybe even 33? Yeah, maybe. And then here we'll just go 15 for the offset. And then I think we need to adjust these again. So let's adjust this down to 12. 12. And yeah, it looks kind of similar, I think. Maybe it does need a little thicker. Oranges and the purples are a little not quite the right coloring. But now we got like a little custom card here where we could have, we could put these inside of a Z stack. So I'll go grab this and I'll go put inside Z stack. And then on top of this, I could put some stuff like a label. Go label. And just accept that. Oh, and then we should also set the offset. I'll copy that and put it on the Z stack itself, so we don't have our rectangle offset and then our, wait, that didn't help. Oh, because I have offset on both. I just copied. Let's delete that. There we go. So we want to apply an offset to the Z stack, so everything stays in line. And let me pull this over a touch. Hopefully I'm talking loud enough. I've got to project. And instead of hello world, we'll go, you know, oh, let's see, it's everyday market, like that. And then the system image should be something like a shop. So we'll go get rid of that, and we'll go Command Shift L to bring up our library. We'll go market or store. There we go. Looks kind of similar. We'll do that. We got a everyday market store. Let's also go dot font, and we'll give it, looks kind of rounded too. So instead of this kind of sharper font, we'll go dot system, size, design, and all that. And we're going to go for size. We'll go dot. Oh, do we have to put in a, we'll go dot system. Or maybe we'll go dot caption. Maybe that's a bit small. No, we'll see. And then if we can go dot design, monospace, dot design. We'll go down here and we'll go dot font, and we'll go dot system. Oops. Open parenthesis, dot system. Go ahead and start typing out design. Enter there. And can I just put in design here, or do I have to put in the size as well? Delete that and go design dot rounded to make it look more, you know, kidsy. Missing. Yeah, we gotta put in a. Alright, so to do that, we'll just go font. I just realized we could do this. And we could go dot caption. And then we can get rid of this modifier here. Anyway, sorry, I was blanking on, like, if I do system, I don't want to hard code like a font size. So we just go font cap. Well, no, maybe not. No. Cannot convert value of type font to expect argument type font dot text style. Oh. Dot text style. How about that? Does that work? Oh, well, we'll hard code something for now. I should look into this. This is not good. We'll go 22. And then we'll go command save. No. Oh, what did I do wrong? I'll go size. Maybe I'm typing in the wrong thing. Size. Then we'll go font dot caption point size. No, don't put that in there. How about that? Command S. Cannot convert value of type font to expected. Okay. Oh, I'm messing around on this one. So I'll go 22. Command S, Command B, Option Command P. 22 is way too big, so we'll go 8. And that's way too small. 12. And we'll go 16. Nope, 14. Alright. Looks offset to me. But anywho, everyday market, we'll go, I think it's in dark mode right now, or maybe it's not, it's just dark. So we actually want to go, these are, I don't want to hard code the values, make it all white and everything, but yeah, it looks kind of fine, except I'm wondering, padding, leading. I think this is why it looks offset. So we'll grab this padding. So we're adding the leading padding to this, the shape, and not the whole Z stack. And that's why our stuff was off. Yep, that's why. All right, so that looks pretty good. Now, for everyday market and all that, we'd want to cut these out into, like, you know, properties up here, you know, let label and stuff. But we're not going to do that right now. Let's see. And then, kind of got that going. And I guess here you'd have an image. We could make maybe this in code, or, and then have an image here. So, let's see. This is a Z stack. We'll close that for now. And we'll look at this. I guess we would put this in a Z stack as well. I'll go Z stack. And I'm bringing this up by going, I'm just doing 2-finger on my little trackpad, but control and Z stack. And then here, over all this, close the overlay out. Except it'd actually be, if we did do an image, we would want it underneath. I can't scroll, this is just a screenshot. We'd want this overlaying that. So let me kind of show you, I guess, what I mean. If we did like that image would have an alpha channel, but if we had another image here, we'll just go color, or just color, and we go here and we set it to what do we got now? Whoa, yellow, like that. It's covering everything. I'll give it the same frame as the other one so it doesn't take up all the room. So now it's covering our little badge here. So I think we need to grab this overlay, cut that, and put that overlay on the Z stack. There we go. So now if we put any images or graphics in this box, it will where am I going with this? It won't cover our little label here. So I'll Command X the frame constraint as well, and I will put it on the Z stack. So I think that's looking pretty good. Now I don't want to put a color here. I want to put something else. So we'll put an H stack. And inside the H stack, we will do a V stack. And then inside of our V stack, we'll go ahead and create, again, this rounded rectangle. We'll go copy that, paste in here. And that looks like a mint maybe, I don't know. We'll go dot foreground. Or we're using round direct. We can use a dot fill, and I think I'll use a dot mint. That looks good. I want to set the frame on this. In fact, I don't want to do a frame on here. I want to do a frame on the V stack here. So I'll go frame, and we'll set the frame width to 85. Why not? Whatever. Let's get rid of that. And now we've got this nice thin little thing we can do that with. And I'm going to go ahead and add the padding to this, but I'm going to just go dot horizontal. So it just kind of adds a little padding, so we can add a circle here. And then I'll give this also a constraint on the height. So we set this to 220. So let's set this height to, I don't know, we'll give it a height. And we'll give it like, I don't know, 100. So, update preview. Yeah, that might work. So I have the stack. I was going to do this as a V stack, and then I'm kind of thinking it's going to put that on the bottom. Yeah, let's go circle. And the circle is going to be dot white, like so. Oh, we don't do that. All right, and the circle, we are going to give it a modifier of foreground style dot white, like so. And yeah, I'm looking at this and I'm like, yeah, you know, this would have been better. Instead of a V stack, we'll make it a Z stack. And then that's not what we're looking for, so I'm going to set the alignment here to dot bottom. Alright, now it looks a little better. The circle, I'll give it a slight, let's see, it's a pretty big circle there. What did we give this? We gave it a height of 100. We'll give the circle a height of, we'll give it a frame height of 55. It seems a bit small. We'll go, let's see, 72. And we'll go 60. Yeah, that looks probably fine. Alright, and then we're going to give it a offset of, I don't know, 20? Oh, and I need to specify the axis to offset it in, so the Y. Alright, so with that, actually maybe we could go 72. Make it a little bit bigger. Maybe give the offset 12. It's looking, maybe the offset should be 4. Maybe, well, maybe this needs to be bigger. We'll go 87. Give it 87, and we'll give it a offset of 12. Give it an offset of 16, 18. Yeah, maybe that's all right. Well, let's put in some text and see how this looks. Also, let's see. Let's give this circle a dot overlay. I love overlays. We're not going to set any alignment here, and we're going to go circle, and we are going to go dot stroke, and we are going to go dot, yeah, we should do stroke. It's an overlay, so let's grab the offset, cut that from there, and put that modifier after our overlay, so it's not, one's not offset from the other. Let's also give this a dot padding. Kind of push it in a little bit. That's probably a bit much, but also I think on the stroke we could go color, dot orange, and then also give it a width, a line width. Okay, we'll give it a 4. Maybe we can give it a 6. Yeah, that does seem a bit small, so let's give it a frame. Oh, let's give it a frame of not 87, because then it'd be exact. We want to give it a frame of like 72. All right. I think maybe we cut and we put it there. No. Okay, that's not gonna work. Let's see. Not quite working. Like stroke orange line width. Dot frame width and height 32. All right, we'll go 80 and 80. And that's too much. So we'll go 66, 66. That looks, I think, pretty good. All right, now we're kind of getting everything put together, even though I did put this in an H stack because I was going to put an image over here. We'll go spacer for now. Kind of push it over. And on the H stack, we'll give it a dot padding, so it's not right up against the edge. And also this is just pushed towards the edge a bit anyway, so if we go dot padding and then just specify leading, kind of push it over a little bit more, and we'll just go, I don't know, let's see, 42. There we go. Looks pretty good. Let's see, what else do we need to do here? Here would be, maybe this needs to frame width 85. That's the stack. With all this in it. Let's change, that's the height. Let's go for a height, let's go 120. Yeah. And let's give it a width of 100. Yeah, I think that looks a little better. Of course, now things are a little more offset, but anyway, we should add some text to this stuff, so we'll go collect 5x points. And where are we at? The overlay, circle, overlay. We're just gonna embed this in a Z stack. Starting to get messy. I know, we'd cut this code up. Trying to make this, wrap it up so I'm not spending forever on this, but let's go Z stack. We're going to do a text. Well, I'm going to have multiple. We'll go text, and we'll go, let's go text. We'll go collect. It's a bit big, so we will definitely set a font. And we'll go dot caption. Maybe it's call out. Yeah, maybe call out. I think call out smaller. Call out. Nope, caption smaller. Caption. I should probably spend more time getting used to captions and call outs and getting font. So that's all right. We'll clean this up a little bit. We'll go grab this and we will go here, put another text, and we'll do 5x. And this is Z stack, so it's all getting stacked on top. We'll go cut, and we'll go V stack, like so. Plop that in there, and we'll add some padding on here. Oh, didn't I do a 5? Yikes. Padding. Z stack. Let's see, what am I doing here? Did I put a Z stack on the circle? Oh, because that has an offset. I'm like, something's off here. Let's grab the offset Y, cut that, and we'll put this on our whole entire Z stack, because otherwise we're going to get weird stuff there. Alright, that's looking better. For this one, we'll go title 2. And maybe we'll play around with that. Maybe it's title 3. You got a touch smaller. And then we'll go ahead and put in points. So this one's just called points. Like so. It looks like maybe there's a asterisk or something there. I don't know. Alright, so caption 2, title 3. And it's kind of getting along the edges there. What is the smallest font? We got headline, call out, caption 2, footnote. Is footnote smaller? Nope. I think footnote has multiple options. No. Alright, we're going to go caption 2. And maybe we will adjust the spacing here in our VStack. So we'll open parentheses, spacing, and we will set it to 2. Kind of tighten it. Oh, not tighten it up. 0. -2. Yeah, tighten it up a bit. Anyway, play with these numbers and get them more exact. Don't know how long I've been spending here. Maybe I should start timers because I'm like halfway into this. I'm like, oh gosh, I'm spending a lot of time. Anywho, now we need some text up here. And that would be on our uneven rounded rectangle. So here, we'll go ahead and put some text. And this is just going to say, spend 100, and then we'll go backtick in, and we'll say, or more. And it's down here. Let's see, because we gave an offset to the whole Z stack. Now I give an offset here. Did I give an offset? No. Oh, because I set the alignment to bottom. Yep, that makes sense. So we'll do something else. We'll go cut, and we will set this as a dot overlay. Again, just overlays in Z stacks everywhere. Anyway, I'm going to set the alignment on here too, so it's not. So I align it, but if it defaults to it's a center alignment, I think it's going to be partially covered by our circle here. So we're going to go ahead and go alignment dot top, like so, and then we're going to go ahead and paste that in there, and that looks a lot better. Obviously, it's way too big, but we will do a couple things. One will be font. I think we're doing dot caption or call out. I think caption 2. Make it a touch smaller. We also want it center aligned here. That's not quite right. So we're going to go dot multi line, and then we're going to go dot center. That fixes that up. And then we're also going to go ahead and give it a padding dot vertical, and that looks pretty good. It's not exact. We could tighten things up, but I could go on forever kind of designing this. Also, this probably needs to be moved up, or we come down to our card and maybe shrink it up a touch. 170. Anyway, we could play around with this for a bit. Yeah, well, maybe actually that wasn't bad. 160. Yeah, and then maybe we could adjust some other things. But anywho, oh, that's not good. It's overlapping there. 170. 180. All right, we're going to go put it back to 220. And you can modify as needed. Now, this is an H stack here, so an H stack right here. So we could put like an image here, which I don't have an image at the moment. So you could go, let's close this up and the spacer, and let's go ahead and drop an image. We'll just use a system image because we don't have an image at the moment. Or maybe I do have an image actually. Let's go Command Shift J, if I can see where J is, and go to assets, and then I might have an image from one of my other tutorials that I didn't get rid of. It doesn't look like I do. Never mind. Oh, images? Yeah, no. Anyway, alright, we'll just put a, we'll go Command 0. Yeah, that would have been another one as Command 1. Would have done that. But anywho, we'll zoom this in a little bit and we'll just drop an image in our H stack here. We'll just go image, system, name, and we will go Command Shift L to bring up our library, and we'll look up a person. Weird that those are not. Oh, I guess there's a little person on there. Oh, it's buying something. Maybe we'll do phone or something. We'll go computer. Actually, this one's pretty good. Computer. Look at that, multiple computers. Really, just pick one. All right, I'll just pick this one. Now we got a computer over here, and we'll go dot image scale dot large, which isn't that large. So maybe I can put an actual number in here. Let's see, what does image scale take? If I go option click on image scale, it takes not a number. All right, we'll go ahead and go do this instead. We'll go font, and we're gonna go 72. Right, we have to go system dot system size, and then we'll go 72. There we go. And then we'll make the color, we'll go for ground style dot white. All right, there we go. It's a really basic card, loosely based on this. Obviously, if you had your own images, product images, what have you, yeah, you could kind of tweak this out and make it a little better. And obviously, you want to, I'd adjust some spacing and get some stuff aligned here better, but I don't know how long I've been recording this, but hopefully that was okay. I'm going to find more UIs, and I'm going to try to find some other stuff to make these a little more interesting, actually work with real data instead of just trying to come up with on-the-fly images. But yeah, let me know what you think, and I will make another video soon. Ta-ta for now.